Hello, my name is Chatelier. Welcome back to another episode of Colombian Space Initiative into Primeval Ultimate. And in previous episode, well, first of all, before the previous episode, China had managed to destroy Japan, and then the war between USA and Mexico is slowly wrapping up. There's still a little bit to do there, but it looks like China and Germany are fighting quite a bit here. As a proxy war between Germany and Iran, but China is just sending pretty much all their troops down there, slowly but surely. And now we've got the modern industrial infrastructure, which is going to increase the efficiency of our goods production, which should be rather good. I mean, it means that we'll be able to produce a lot more. Of course, it's going to increase the production cost a little bit, but at the same time, we should have a lot more to trade. And now the next tech that we are getting, which was the modern nuclear medicine, is actually much cheaper per day, or in terms of expenses per day, so we should be able to utilize that quite well. Actually, I should probably just set up the Mexicans so that we are accepting all the balanced or better offers from them. And you all wanted to buy some... you demand quite a bit there. The military goods price is still went down quite a bit there, and industrial goods profit margin has dropped quite significantly as well. On the other hand, the production cost has also dropped. So in percentage-wise, it's probably still very similar margin there, just not quite enough, I reckon. Let's see, we are making a few million a day right now, so we'll use that to accumulate some cash. Oh wow, the massacre over here has started. A lot of artillery just firing at the poor garrisons there. Now, what are these artillery units? They... oh, self-propelled artillery over there a little bit. Oh, and those garrisons... oh my, I would not want to be there. On the other hand, the APCs that dare go in there take a lot of damage from the fire, so it's not all bad. But the garrisons are not activated unless you bring something nearby that can technically capture them. Okay, so anti-aircraft guns over there, it's a bit of a beating. Just casually going through the capital. Oh, there we go. Bit more beating, but yeah, I have a feeling that Mexico won't be here for long. Although I did skip ahead quite a bit there while waiting for the tech. So they've been in there for a lot longer than one might expect. I'm going to increase the science funding to about 50%. But that should increase at least the speed that we'll get the tech a little bit. Not massively, but we'll get a bit forward at least. And did the... oh right, there's a lot of technology stuff now. Synthetic rubber, ooh. Now that's something that we do want as soon as possible. Then there's new metals. What does it unlock? Metal oxidized semiconductors, microprocessors. I think that is something that we do need to take at some point. But I'll I'll put the new metals in there. So it's going to be done after synthetic rubber. That should be alright. Oh, and there's still a couple towns over here that the Mexicans hold, but that's about it. Actually, oh, this area is completely abandoned now. Right, so we are actually losing a ton of cash again every now and then. Well, they do still kind of retake their areas here because the AI is not quite smart enough to set up like a front line where you can cut off the supplies completely. So it bleeds through a little bit, but oh well. It's not really my problem. There's still this pocket over here that they've not even started cleaning out yet, but I don't think they need to. If they take the capital in here and a little bit of this area, then I don't think there's going to be Mexico left after that. Let's have a look at their... oh, well, domestic approval rating is actually surprisingly high there. Interesting. Military approval rating is also almost 100%. Oh, well, there goes the capital. Let's have a look if they annex that or not. Or if the capital is transferred to one of these. Well, they didn't annex them, so I think that... oh, the capital is down here. Okay. Well, there doesn't seem to be a massive USA fleet there. Right now, anyway, so I suppose they might be able to stand there for a little while. Still these two towns there that will take some time to clear up. Mostly because the supply situation over there is just dreadful. Now let's have a look at the... Oh wow, that is a bit of a conga line of Chinese troops trying to get through. The problem is that there's basically no supplies in that region whatsoever. Is this? Oh right, that's Tibet. Right, going around Tibet over there is not the easiest thing to do. Although once you have Tibet, it doesn't really get much better in terms of supplies. Okay, so... yeah, there's a lot of light infantry that the Chinese have over here, whereas the Germans have a lot of tanks. So it's a bit uneven fighting terrain, to be fair. Now, to be fair, the Chinese do have some tanks as well. Oh, a Zeppelin over there taking some damage. Oh, and that light amphibious tank is gonna get destroyed by the Pioneers most likely. Well, they'll run out of supplies. Never mind then. Never mind then. We're about to get the air-to-air missile concept, which is then unlocking the surface-to-air missiles, which then unlocks the modern missile prototypes, and then improved missile guidance, and I believe the missile guidance system 55, and then we can get to modern ballistic missiles, which means that we'll get a little bit forward in the space race, but that is still pretty far away, and then after that is multi-stage rockets, and let's see, escape velocity, orbital launch systems, manned spaceflight, geosynchronous satellites. It's basically this entire line. Just continuing this will give us most of the space race things. Commercial satellite applications, then orbital docking, space probes, extravehicular activities, man on the moon. And that's the entire line for that. I think that's the entire line. If we have a look at the space race, we're still neck and neck with NASA. Of course, because they haven't necessarily had the time to do all of that, but we've got at least a little bit forward in the networking protocols here, so we can maybe eventually get our internet going. And then, of course, man on Mars is still pretty far away. Need to get all the nanotechnologies and all that sort of stuff. We're not even close to getting there. Right, so we got the... oh, right, yeah, we did build the railway down here. You know what, one thing that I... ooh. I suppose I could build that over there. So let's build a... that's going to be a military and... naval... well, let's actually just build a sea... oh, it's actually a bit more expensive than I thought. Right, so air-to-air missile concept has been researched. I'm going to let them start on the synthetic rubber. There we go, and then I'll put in the... in warfare's the surface-to-air missile. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive, but I do want to get that kind of quickly so we can progress on the space race here. And partial beam focusing is going to be... ooh, that's a bit longer than I expected, but it's... how much do we... oh, okay. I think we're going to forward going to 10 million in project development, so how far is that? That's 76%. Okay, not too bad. That's going to cut down the time to get the particle beam focusing quite a bit there. Also, synthetic rubber is now like 115 days. So less than 4 months, and we'll get that. So we'll be producing quite a bit more rubber. I mean, not having a shortage of rubber right now anyway, but we're not really selling all that much. Well, actually, we're selling a little bit. The price is kind of... okay, now we are actually making a tiny bit of profit from them. But it's very small. Right, so let's have a look at the war down here. It's okay, the Chinese have managed to bring in a lot more troops here. It's just the AI is not quite strong enough to, or smart enough to set up like supply depots and stuff like that to make the life a little bit easier. Which is a bit of a shame, really. Now, I actually wonder, how are the provocations doing? Well, Panama might declare war. You know what? Just for a quick moment, I'm going to increase the volatility to high. And see if someone declares war on us. Or if more wars are declared in general. So you want to buy more military goods? Alright then. Well, let's have a look. Provocation. So, Panama, Ecuador, and Albania. incredibly likely to declare war on us. Of course, there might be the fact that since we got deals with USA, they do not want to declare the war on us. Hold on, is that? That is held by the USA. No, that's Mexico. Right. Oh, yeah, you're exiled over there. Okay, so USA. You still are very friendly. Mexico is still cordial. Oh, and some Carrions start getting beaten back over there. Right, so there's the doomstack of artillery over there currently. They're not doing much. I think they might be resupplying and kind of figuring out ways to attack next, because there's no enemy activities to speak of for them, so they don't really know where to go next. Well, there's a lot of traffic down here. They're still trying to clean up the mess over here, and they're not quite successful in it. Since they don't have anything here blocking that at the end of the... well... okay. Yeah, it's just not going all that well. Let's just need to go in here and destroy these garrisons. And then they should be okay. Right, do I actually have... no, Venezuela doesn't have a lot of money. I don't think there's anything that I can sell to Mexico either in terms of technology. Oh, actually there is the air-to-air missiles. Sure. What about, can I sell that to... well, Brazil doesn't have money. I reckon Great Britain... ooh, I could sell that to them. 170 million. Oh, Mexico didn't want that. UK didn't want that either, okay. Let's give it one more shot. Okay, now they accept that, good. But we got ourselves a little bit of money. What about China? Do you have that? You do have it. Okay, interesting. Hold on, so what? What is this? Oh, right, that's the Tibet border down here. Alright then. Tibet is actually... ooh. United States declare war on El Salvador. Okay. Well, I mean, I did increase the volatility. El Salvador is a small country, so they won't have a chance in here. Shame, but not much that can be done about that. Yeah, no, I don't think USA is going to be losing a single unit in this war. Mostly because these garrisons are very old. Well, actually, they are old, but they're not that old. I'm actually a bit surprised. The last units over there with the... is that actually the only barracks? I don't remember. No, they got a barracks in their capital as well. Or had a barracks down there, but... well, it's still 1.5 months away from the part of being focusing. Right, so Panama has 93% war justification towards us. What about Ecuador? Got 74%. Right, so there's still this conga line over there. Let's have a look. They got a lot of out of supply units around here, just along the border. Some motorized engineers there, but yeah. I have no idea how many units Chinese have lost in this war. Or this proxy war, rather. Oh, 21 centimeter assault gun. Well, I'll be. And Tigers are pushing the Chinese on their own side of the border now. There's still a pocket over there, but I think... oh, right, yeah. If they can manage to push them back from there, then China can't actually attend to war over there, and then they'll need to focus on this front, which is not going to be quite as easy. I mean, they're still taking... oh. There's still a few pockets that they might be able to get to, but that's not going to do much, is it? Right, so USA didn't actually push all the way. They just took the capital area there and then waiting. They're still trying to... oh man. So Mexico is just barely hanging in here. You know what? I know that I said I wouldn't be declaring wars, but we'll create the Grand Colombia here a little bit, so we'll declare war on Panama. Actually, it's not through there, it's through here. Just so that we have a little bit of action going on our side. I'm not going to use the engineers, but we are going to use the elite infantry. I'll use this one to get a little bit closer, and this group, actually, let's make it into a battle group. Get it down there. You know, I'm just making sure that we have secured the areas down here. Oh, that was a quick one. Alright, well, we can... At least we can easily provide all the supplies that we may need. Or might need on this, Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna start building rails down that way. You are offering agriculture for... it's a bit expensive. It is a bit expensive, but I'll take it. Lost a little bit of territory because lack of supplies, as I said earlier. Let's move you down that way. Got some elite guards over here that will move in over there. So these troops are now out of supplies, unfortunately. But once we can retake this area and get the supply lines working, they shouldn't be too bad. Right, we're actually taking over all of that. Let's move in some ships down this way. I'll leave one of these infantry units down here. The artillery can probably move down that way. So slowly but surely we are kind of trying to make sure that the supplies do spread down this way. Kind of have a bit of a chain here providing the supplies. Move the ships a little bit closer. So that should flip to us now. At least in theory. You know, we're just protecting our interests in the region here. Okay, so we've got supplies over there, we've got supplies over there, so you can start moving forward. But there's two cities over here. Can these actually get across a water? No. That's going to be a problem. Although we might be able to go through their lands there. Or something like that. Let's see, can the tanks clear out that? Oh yeah, I think so. Let's go and take the city there. Oh wow, the artillery wasn't even shooting, I think.
We took their capital.
Yeah, we took their capital indeed. I'll be surprised if they don't surrender quite yet. No, they did not. Well, I'm a bit surprised then.
We took their capital.
Well, took the capital indeed. Well, let's go and clear out the remaining ones. I mean, there's still a couple towns down this way. Oh, they moved the capital all the way there. And you are offering to buy some consumer goods. Alright then. Oh, right, yeah, we got some small treasury benefits from capturing the capital. Let's move these to there. So, one of these entrench in Panama itself. Move you down there. And this tank unit is just moving forward, capturing a town, then letting the supplies run in. Oh wow, they are really effective. Oh, there was no one in there. Alright then, let's move back there, resupply. But yeah, this was just a quick war to, you know, make sure that we at least get some areas. Then Ecuador might be the next one. Come on, move. Okay, let's just move these units over here so they can resupply. There we go. Hey, the artillery got a shot in. It's just one shot, but a shot nonetheless. Let's move out. But yeah, this is just a really quick war. I mean, there's barely any resistance on the enemy side. Or from the enemy side, rather. I'm gonna have to let the supply spread a little bit here. So that's 10%, that's 1% right now. Oh, USA is capturing the sea zones for us. Oh, thank you. Speaking of which, I can now send these ships over to there. because the canal zone allows us to go through. Beam focusing, excellent. Now let's have a look, what are we getting next? Surface to air missiles, that's going to be a bit more expensive, so I'm going to lower that back to 10 million. Just start clearing out some of the Z's here. Right, how are the supplies? 19%, that should be pretty good. Slowly getting closer and closer. Okay, so we've got 2% there already. I'm guessing we got 6% there and 1% here. Still 1%, but I think this is going to be more than enough. Especially since there's no one in their capital. Right, well, I'm just going to annex that. And you guys can probably entrench in there. Let the artillery entrench around there. And next thing we need to do is we'll just quickly build some more rail down here. I want to connect this into the main lines here. I'm going to make a bridge over there. But it's going to be a bit expensive. I'm sure that we can afford that. Although, well, the starting cost over there is rather large. Yeah, there we go. Expand it a little bit. I think that's as far as we go in the north. And we'll take Ecuador, and we might take Venezuela at one point or another. They do have a lot of research labs, actually, or research centers there. At least, well, actually, not that many. 2 over there. Is there any around here? 1. No, is there? Yeah, that's just 1. What about on this side? Do they have any? Well, I mean, there is an easier way to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's a bit more than I expected. Plus a lot of oil production there, so that might be good in us, or good for us in the long run. Now, how much are we spending? Government support is still lower that to 1 million. On insurgency down to 100,000. We don't really need to do that. Okay, so we are now losing a little bit of money. Also, we got the artillery group here, which I'll just get down there. Start preparing for the next one. Oh, right, Venezuela has some troops here. I remember now. Right, so how is Mexico still has those 2 towns there. And then they haven't really lost all that much. Like, USA's every now and then poking with 1 unit or so, and then pulling back. Ooh, right. Agriculture is a problem. We're really producing as much as we can. Now, to be fair, we could probably set up some production over here, for example. I know that it won't produce quite as much because it's not our territories. Ooh, we could also produce some there. Is there any other places that we haven't built up around here, for example? Well, Riasha. And let's have a look. Down this way. It's moving very slowly. Not so much down here in the south. There are still areas that we could build up some, or if we just make new industrial complexes, for example. Frankly, I don't think it's quite necessary. Right, so timber production is actually rather low. Now, to be fair, a big portion of that is because we lowered the infrastructure funding quite significantly. Oh, right, and another thing that we should probably do is battle zone. We'll go with theater controls and just repair everything. It's going to be rather costly for a quick moment here. Because, to be fair, we did damage quite a few things here. Also, is the coal? Yeah, we don't necessarily need the small coal power here. So, we'll actually scrap that. Is there anything else over here? Not really. There is a micro-industrial goods factory. I think I'll get rid of that one as well. And then there's micro-consumer goods, so yeah, I'll just scrap all of that. Losing a lot of money right now, but that's mostly for the repair costs. I think. Of course, we're not selling all that much right now either. Let's have a quick look. So, okay, we're still selling some of this. We're still getting some profit out of this, at least. Probably the industrial goods. Ooh. Oh, we're not even selling it right now. Not to mention the profit margin is basically nothing. But as soon as some of the repairs have concluded, well, it's still going down by quite a bit. You want to buy petroleum? Sure. Pretty sure that it's still... Well, construction is 7 million. Of course, it also means that we sell a lot less right now. How much do we have? No, that wouldn't be profit. Over here, well, we got a little bit over there. Are we still selling? Yeah, we are selling that. What about the rubber? Yeah, we are selling it. I'm going to increase the percentage that we sell to like 80% and drop the minimum price a little bit. Okay, so we still have 10 million. Oh, Christ. Is it still the construction cost that is... Oh yeah, it's still 6 million. I mean, to be fair, the bridge is a bit expensive, for example. If we pause that for the time being, and just wait for the actual railways to be completed. Oh, still 10 million. Okay. Right. Now we need to figure out what to do. But I'll actually figure that one between the episodes. I'll probably skip a little bit to get more money and prepare for another quick war against Ecuador. Just making sure that, okay, they have a little bit of industry. They can produce troops, so they probably do have some units. I don't expect them to be particularly hard to fight, but they still have more than Panama did. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.